Welcome to The Fierce Life. I'm your host, John Mogul. We are heading to New Mexico hunting antelope. Our hunters are my son, Gage Mogul, and two customers from Texas, Dan Bishop of Calablanca Outfitters. Dan has some great ranches that produce big bucks, so hopefully the guys can connect this week. Stay with us and let's see what happens.
Man, I just want an elk with a big old frame on him, so that's what we're after. This one we're gonna let walk. It's just getting started here. Evening number 2, Muscalaire. Let's go see what else we can find.
Woo! Piled him up, one shot.
Hi guys, well welcome to The Fierce Life this week. I'm Gage Mogul. Just kind of give you a little recap of what happened last year down in New Mexico. But just to kind of give you a little backstory on me, I've been very blessed to grow up in the environment that I have and around the people that I have. I've been, ever since I was young, taught to be in the outdoors and be involved with hunting and guns, and all the way up to my great-grandpa. I mean, we thrive to be in the outdoors. It's what we live for. Anytime I could be around guns, get up the mountains or on an ATV or something to do and get dirty, I mean, that's what we do. New Mexico's a fun place because also it's a different terrain. You're going to the desert and you get to go experience the flat plains, just the big, wide open grassy fields. I mean, it's you can see for miles out there. So it's just that part of, so to say, the hunting environment that you don't always get to see. So it's something that's different that you get to go experience. And also it's just another test. All right, am I prepared myself to be successful in this kind of situation as well?
So after a 2-hour flight to New Mexico, we jumped in the rental car and had to make a couple quick stops before we headed to the ranch. Get yourself a new pair of boots. Sportsman's place. Lace them up. Got them. So we had to make a stop at the Sportsman's here in Albuquerque. Arch had to get him a little toy. There's dogs out there.
Just in case we get bored.
After our stop at Sportsman's Warehouse, we jumped back in the car and hit the road for about another hour and a half to hit the ranch and start hunting.
How did Vikings survive the daily commute? Meat! Power through with help from the original protein, Jack Link's Jerky.
This segment of The Fierce Life is brought to you by Limb Saver, products that work.
Well, here we are. It's opening morning. We're about probably half hour into it, and we got plenty of goats out here in the pasture. Just got to figure out which one we want to chase. We kind of got one on our hit list. He's a little bit more of a wider goat. He's a little bit unique, so that's kind of who we're looking for, but it's tough to pass up these ones that are standing out here, so we'll keep on hunting for now, but we're here and we're seeing plenty of goats, so it's going good. Yeah, shit, that's a pretty goat.
Yeah, like Gage said, we're looking for a special buck out here. I've been seeing him last summer, or this summer. We got some good pictures of him. I got some good video of him a couple of days ago. He's an awesome goat. He's really cool, wide, heavy. We're just trying to locate him and see if we can get him killed.
Well, fellers, we got a couple antelope up over the hill. Looks like there's a couple bucks in there, so we're gonna go see if we can get a closer look. So it looks like there is a good buck in the group, so up in this herd, so we're gonna try and move forward, try and get up to this next group of rocks and see if we can't get a little better look and maybe a shot if possible. So move forward. Dang, dude, that is a big go. So let's try and get up here and see if we can't make something happen. Looks like they kind of caught us out here in the open prairie, so on to the next herd. There's plenty of antelope out here to chase, so go give it another shot. It looks big right there on the skyline. Yeah, I bet. A buck. You're probably 2, honey, on the money. It's a sweet buck right there. Only about 200 yards. He looks real good. Not quite good enough. Put his head down, right? That's not him, is it?
No, he's a wide one.
Yeah, I see it.
Is he scratching his head right now?
Yeah.
Wait, there's 2 right there. Both them wide ones, they're like right next to each other. We're on different ones.
Yeah, I got it. It's not clear to the right, is he?
No, Benny, you got the one with his head down feeding?
Well, they all have them.
Can't hold still. Head down. Yeah. Got him.
Smoked
Sweet.
Smoked
Hell yeah. You see that? Heck yeah, man. Whoa. Dude, that was so hard to hold still. Oh yeah, he's way wide. Sweet buck. Make sure he's done. Oh yeah, sweet. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Good night.
We got on him this morning, had him bedded down. Thought it was going to work out perfect, and he got up and was feeding straight away from us. We never got a shot, so we looped around, got on him, got in range about 500 and some yards, and he never gave us a shot. So we got closer to, what was your final shot, 370?
Yeah, 370, 380.
And put him down.
Yeah, these rolling hills really allowed us to kind of maneuver and get our way into range and where we were comfortable to take a shot. It's real windy out here, so we've kind of been fighting that in the mirage also as well. So the further shots, we're shooting through some waves. It felt like you couldn't really see what you were shooting at, so we kind of wanted to get a little bit closer. And yeah, as you can see, we got it done. We got about 380 yards, one shot, dropped him. Couldn't be more happy with this freak goat. He's awesome. He's wide. Everything we came here for. We kind of got the pre-spill as we showed up, saying we kind of got a goofy one out there if you want to shoot it, and they showed me, and for sure that's the one I wanted to shoot, and so that's what we've kind of been looking for all morning, and we got it done. We found him and got him killed.
Strawberry mango smoothie. No? Okay. Smoothies didn't conquer cities. Meat did. Choose the original protein. Jack Link's Beef Bars.
Well, as you saw, Gage was very successful harvesting a great buck. The new Hornady 6.5 PRC did the trick on these fast-moving antelope. Now that Gage's buck is in the salt, it's time to join up with Bert Ferris and Chris Utz of Texas. We first met Bert when he came out to one of our long-range shooting schools. We all hit it off really well, and when we told him we had some openings on the antelope hunt, he and Chris jumped on it.
Just left the ranch, it's getting early. Only got about 400 yards. We've got a buck right here in front of us. He's just not a shooter, but real nice, heavy young buck. Every time I see him head on,
Yeah, look at
maybe
him.
we should kill this buck.
He's walking right at us. He's coming in. He's moving toward us.
This buck is really pretty impressive head on. I finally got a head on look.
He comes together like a
He
heart.
looks really good head on.
Yeah.
What's his head on?
I don't think he curves forward. I think he's coming back more. He's longer than he looks. Yeah.
I'm thinking we hold off right now. We can always. Cool thing about this ranch is so big and there's so many antelope. What I like to do is run a gun and look at lots of antelope unless something really stands out. Take inventory, do a little shopping, and then go back and target the ones we want to kill.
He's got a lot of length. He's got one hooks for him. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's hooking forward or if he's hooking.
It's pretty cool.
I think he's got some pretty good. These guys are so much better at it than me. I'd be like, that was big. Let's shoot it.
I think so. I think he's knocking on the door though. I just don't think he's got the mass or the prongs. But he's so pretty. You won't find a prettier buck.
Decisions, discretions.
Well, you got to decide if you want score or look or height.
Yeah.
Because you can't have score without mass.
He's a score whore.
No,
I'm absolutely not a score whore. Here's
if you want a beautiful buck,
here's all
show
that
me
has
head
to
on.
happen.
This buck.
He only needs to be an 1/8 inch bigger than Burke's.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, that's easy. You just tell me to shoot down 75.
He wants you to shoot, so he knows what he's got to. What he's got to do.
I'm the home team. I get the bottom of the ninth.
And when it comes to distance, it only has to be 1 yard longer. I like that buck. He's different.
Man, this is pretty country out here. It looks like it's raining out there, but it's not.
Yeah, he did.
That is
And I have a picture.
Cool buck, but that ain't him.
That ain't him.
Still a cool buck.
Yeah. And there's one in here, buddy.
That's
They think it's him.
Gagey pudding got it done.
so we got 2 here, 2 on the other side.
We were hunting with one of my good friends, Dan Bishop of Calablanca Outfitters. I've been hunting with Dan for over 10 years. We've hunted coos deer in Old Mexico, bighorn sheeps, and a lot of these speed goats, and that's what we're doing today. And Dan has some fantastic ranches. He gets out there and scouts and finds some of the best ranches, ties them up to bring his hunters into, and that's why he produces some really good animals. So Calablanca Outfitters comes highly recommended by the Fierce Life crew, and our guys are experiencing that today. So let's see what Dan has to say. He's got Chris out on a big goat.
You know, I was down here a month ago and I did a little scouting. Saw this really wide buck. Got a couple of pictures of him. He's just unusually wide, really kind of cool. He's on our list. We wanted to get that buck. And we'd seen him over here day one. A couple of guys kind of chased him out over here, and he was in a big flat where he was really hard to get to. We came back for lunch, and we could see that from here, and just miles out there, but we could see that group. There was like 10 bucks in that group. And kind of thought maybe if we took our time, drove down here, got up into the hills, got out and took our time going down that fence line behind him, and if we just worked it and worked the cover and we knew the buck we were trying to get. We were completely out of sight for a long time. We used these cow decoys. I had 3 of them. I've had good luck with them in the past, and I told the guys, you know, maybe we can use these and just work our way in. And we, you know, when we were out of sight, we just beeline over there. But when we got where we were coming over places where the antelope might see us, then we put these decoys up and worked in and kind of went from bush to bush and took our time.
Moving right.
I heard it hit.
He dropped him. Moving right. He dropped him. You hit him high, but good shot, man.
Well, I was falling back in a hole. Oh. I'm gonna buy you some new shooting sticks for Christmas.
Hey. Well, Dan, I really can't thank you enough. This was a fun day. It was a short planned trip for us, and we thank y'all and Fierce for inviting us out. And to be honest, I've shot one other pronghorn in my life, and it is about 1/3 of the size of this.
but I never dreamed we'd be shooting something like this today. So I don't know why you had to come here for 3 days, because we got it done on the first day. This is a first for me, stalking on open grassland for, it has to be a mile.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be a mile. And, you know, we used a little known parlor trick, I guess, out of the great state of New Mexico, and the cow decoys. And when they said cow decoys, I was honestly thinking cow elk. No, they mean beef cows. But it was pretty cool. The antelope, obviously, all paid attention to them and enabled us to get pretty close. It did work out perfect. I couldn't be more happy. Thanks for being here with friends and new friends. And anyway,
so
anyone
who's going to get the truck?
Do I? Yeah.
Who's going to get the truck?
Exactly. But anybody looking for a good antelope hunt, Cola Blanca Outfitters, they are top of the list.
Beautiful.
Hey guys, does anyone want a key lime pie yogurt? Is that a no?
Yogurt didn't win wars. Meat did. Choose the original protein. Jack Link's Beef Bars.
Trail Cam Image of the Week, presented by Cuddyback. Congratulations to this week's Cuddyback camera winner. Check out the Fierce Life Facebook page for the Trail Cam Image of the Week contest, sponsored by Cuddyback. More deer, fewer blanks.
Now that Chris and Gage have got her done, we're going to join up with our good old buddy Bert. We use the phrase dirt nap when we put down a great trophy here at the Fierce Life TV, and Bert heard that, and he quickly recoined that phrase to the Bert nap. So let's join him now and see if he can deliver his very own Bert nap.
So to start the morning off, we separated apart. Me and Mike headed out to one part of the ranch, and Dan and Chris and Bert all headed to the other. And after they had got their kill, we kind of were sitting around and got the radio call that the herd was headed our way. And so we decided to get out and get ready.
Yeah.
He started moving. He's actually coming towards you. You'll see him on a ridge to your right up ahead of you. I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to go get our hands on this buck before we start.
Okay. He's right here. I got him. Where? I got him. I think I can see Bert's big goat.
There's a baby one over there that'll come over here and want to suckle.
You're right up ahead of you. I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to go get our hands on this buck before we start.
Okay, he's right here. I got him.
Where?
I got him.
He's moving. You got a range? You got a range?
520. Okay, he's getting ready to stop. Which one is he? He's the first one.
He's walking to the front behind one right now? Yep. He's walking to the front behind one right now?
Yep, he's going up there. Facing right there. Got him. Bert, attaboy!
All right, let's go. Let's go get him.
Bert.
Being in a hurry and making it happen, my scope was on 10 power. That's a true story. I shot that son of a bitch from 640 yards on a 10 power scope. How sweet is that? Does he break 70? Okay, that's all I cared about. My last one was 67. If he breaks 70, I'm happy. Well, we actually had some other buddies in the field, made a good shot on a big one across the way, and pushed the herd towards us. And one we've been looking at all day, made the mistake of getting in the lead of the herd, and Gage was able to give me a good yardage range on him, and 505, and I put a good shot on him with this Fierce 6.5 Creedmoor, and it did the rest. So here we are. Good times here in the great state of New Mexico.
Hey! Just talk. If you just talk to antelope, they'll actually come right to you. Did you know that? How y'all doing this morning? We're headed home. You're safe. till next year. What do you think?
Hey, thanks for watching The Fierce Life. Make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place, right here on the Sportsman's Channel.